Hello folks, BlackCross here and welcome back to BlackCross Favorite Games. Today's game is going to be Dark Souls Remastered. Now, regardless of who or anyone that wants to say anything or something like that, I get that compared to Elden Ring or Bloodborne or any other Souls game, Dark Souls is a dated gameplay. However, though, I still enjoy the game, and I still enjoy its original story, its original lore, and everything that it's based. Because while Demon Souls was the first of the series, Dark Souls is what basically got me into it. Like, I tried Demon Souls, it didn't pan out well for me, but then I got into Dark Souls, and then I finally understood it. So, yeah, that's why I think Dark Souls is like my favorite game out of the entire series, next to like Bloodborne and Elden Ring, obviously. At any rate, though, we're going to go ahead and start playing Dark Souls. So, yeah. So, we're going to do a quick little edit here and stuff like that, because obviously it's just a build character, so nothing too serious. Now you're gonna be a little bit weirded out by me picking out the cleric and stuff like that, but I promise you that everything will make sense at due time. We're also gonna go for the master key for obvious reasons. Very large. I think we'll go with upper body large. And really, we're not going to do anything major in terms of like customizations. As like I said before, you'll find out once we get to it. But the biggest thing that I think just needs to be stated right now is that this is, depending on how you're going to look at it, this is going to be kind of a challenge run. It's not a challenge run in the same sense of like, oh yeah, there we go. It's not the same sense in like, oh yeah, this is going to be a challenge. No, this is more of a specific type of build per se. So yeah, just bear with me. You'll understand it once we get to the point. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and start it off.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death. And of course, light and dark. Then from the dark, they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos. Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights. And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side. Yes, indeed. The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Alright. Now we finally start playing the game. Alrighty. So, the biggest question that I'm sure you're going to be asking is, so what are you going to be doing in terms of this game? Well, we're going to go for a Oscar of Astora cosplay playthrough. Now, outside of just stat distributions and stuff like that, there's nothing really major that needs to be talked about. It's just a matter of, like, you know, once we get all that we need to get, we can then get our way to... Now, you might be asking yourself, what was that? And that would be the Asylum Demon. We'll talk about him in just a moment. But basically, the idea is that I'm going to run through this. Run through it as quickly as I can. Just this early portion, not the rest of the game, but... Because the only thing we really need to do is try to get armor and weapons related to Oscar, per se. If I can remember which button does what, though. It's like, gosh. It's like I just recently played through Bloodborne, and then I also played through Elden Ring beforehand, so it's like, how am I forgetting the controls? Yeah, this guy right here that we're going to be cosplaying as.
Oh, you. You're no hollow. Thank goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you? Regrettably, I have failed in my mission, but perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. In thine exodus from the undead asylum, maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite. Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Yeah, so we're going to be basically taking over his role. Don't know if that shield's going to be of any effect, but we'll find out. But anyway, so the reason why I chose the cleric is that the biggest obvious reason is that basically the weapon that he can wield is it has 14 in faith, I believe. I am not doing well with this first part. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get his armor, we're gonna get his weapon, and the good thing is, they're all, like, reasonably within, like, the first little bit of area. Easy access. You'll find out once we get to them, but for right now, we're gonna fight the not Taurus demon, the Asylum demon. If I don't die in this first part, though. Yeah, as I said, if I don't die in this first part. There we go. Not too hard.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
Alright. Come on. There we go. Okay. So first off, gonna be leveling up my vitality. What did I do? Entombment? I'm so used to having, like, endurance next to it and stuff like that. Attunement is not what I need. Oh well, at least I have an extra spell slot. I am not doing good for this first episode. I am skipping everything. It's been so long since I played this game. Oh gosh. Okay, so, like I said before, we're going to be running through this first little bit. And the reason why is because we want to be able to get access to our weapons and stuff. And you might be asking yourself, okay, well, how do I get the weapons and the armor of Oscar? I will show you in this first episode. Yes, this first episode is going to be mostly me getting my equipment. Right over here, we use the master key, which is very nice. Now this specific part is going to be a little bit tricky. Why is that? Well, to get the sword and the shield of Astora, we have to get it from a dragon. That thing right there that's laying. Yeah, and while on the one hand, it wouldn't be too much of a problem, I could get myself insta-kill. So, yeah, there's that issue. He's gonna wake up, I know he is. Told ya. Told ya! One hit! No! How am I not dead? How am I not dead? Okay. Ooh, I'm surprised, actually. I am very surprised. Huh? Really? Ah, that's the problem. Okay. 10 dexterity, that's why. But yeah, you see how it requires 14 faith in order to wield it? That's why, so. But that's okay, we can get the dexterity that we need in a moment. What about this one? Okay, I can wield this. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Now then, we're gonna have to run past him. Oh! Oh gosh. Well, I didn't say I was going to do this deathless. Oh boy. That's fine though. Actually, I wonder, because we did get these. Doubt they're going to be enough, but if they are, that'd be great. Oh, they are. Okay, now we can wield the sword. That's nice. But now we need to get the armor. And the quickest way to get that armor is to go through the way that we were going. Don't worry, this will all make sense before long. But yeah, it's like, I really like the armor, and I really like the fact that, because I mean, on the one hand, even though it has slight modifications in the later games, you still get to dress in that armor in Dark Souls 2. In Dark Souls 3, it's slightly altered, but it's still the same style as Astora, basically. So yeah. Figured, why not just do a basic knight build? Now, in terms of weaponry, you know, it doesn't really matter, because you can wield a halberd, you can wield a mace, it doesn't matter. But in terms of what I'm going for, it's basically Oscar of Astora. So to do that, I need to get all the equipment needed. Not just the armor, but also the shield, as well as the sword. So, yeah. So we're going to try to run past this dragon if we can, and hopefully not get hit. Easier said than done, though, right? Whew. Okay, we got past that. Now you see that little bridge area? We actually want to go to that tower thing, not across the bridge. So, this is going to be scary. We are not going to fight you. Uh-oh. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Oh, gosh. Oh, this is the roughest start I've ever had. I ordinarily just go straight forward and fight against the Taurus demon. But I did want to go ahead and get the armor. It's easy. You can get the armor before you fight any more bosses, but it's like, it's kind of treacherous, as you just saw. And I only did 19 damage to that dragon. So it's like, yep, not exactly a good start. I should also mention too as well, in terms of upgrading the sword, I'm pretty sure it can only be upgraded through Twinkling Titanite. So yeah, that's going to be a problem for a while. I've essentially unlocked it hard mode for myself. I don't know why I'm doing this. I really don't know. But if I can just get past this little obstacle that I've created myself, maybe I'll be okay. There's also the fact that I do need to kind of increase my endurance. I think it's my endurance, isn't it? Yeah, my endurance for the weight and stuff of the armor and everything. So there's that. Now, because of the fact that I do have that I'm using a faith class, oh gosh, tongue twist. Faith class. If I wanted to, I could probably do some faith weapons, you know, like, if I really wanted to, which I'm not going to. Are you kidding me? I decided to go in there and then all of a sudden I get myself killed. I am so sorry, guys, that you had to see me suffer through this. I probably could just skip on through, but I really want to try to get the armor before I fight against the Taurus demon. It may not be the wisest decision at this rate, but it is a decision that I have decided to make myself. Decided to make myself go through hell. Now then, to figure out how to get through that Drake. Because apparently I get stuck. If I can just run past it and not get stuck, I'd be okay. Come on. Come on, please. Get up here, get up here. Where is it? There it is. Whew. I was like, where is it at? I know there's an elevator here somewhere. Oh, gosh. Okay. We got through that obstacle. Now we gotta be careful of this next obstacle. Because this next obstacle is, involves a knight. Now, if I wanted to, I could challenge it, but I'm not going to. I am going to try to run past it. Which is dumb. Whew! Now, people who are familiar with Dark Souls 1 specifically will probably know that just right on that ledge, if you saw that soul icon thing, the little souls, whatever, the white speck, they're called souls, but it's a white little thing. Basically, it contains an item known as the Grass Crest Shield, which is good for stamina regeneration. But it's not like we need it. There now, we got our first set of Twinkling Titanite. So that's good. Made it all the way to the Dark Root Garden. Now then, to keep going. We're almost to where we need to be at. Need to go through here. And we're almost there. Okay, so right around this corner here is the armor. There we go. Finally. So now then, let me see if I can remember specifically where the armor is. Because it's right through here, but trying to find it is going to be interesting. Gotta watch out for a lot of stuff. Namely, anything that can just one-shot me. Ah, this should be it. Nope. Where is it at? Okay, I know it's here somewhere. You cannot tell me it's not here, because I know it is. Is it up here? I'm not going to deny it. I'm completely going off of what I remember. Hello. This is not what we need. It's a wolf's ring, but that's okay. No! Come on. This is by far the scariest part. It's like, okay, where is it at? Wait, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be coming over through here. Is it up here? Oh, crap. Where is it at? Okay, I am not gonna lie, I'm probably lost. And confused. Because it's like, I thought it was down here. But where is it at? Thought it was down there, but it's not. Is it up here? I hope not. Well, there it is. Okay, well, I am... I was overthinking stuff. Okay. But that's fine. We now have it. You're kidding me, right? This is not good. Why can't I use it still? There now. Now I should be able to use it, right? If I can't use it, something's wrong. Okay. Whew. Gosh. That was, not gonna lie, not my best. But, it's fine. And there we go. We are fat rolling, though. Oh, gosh. That's gonna be a problem. That's okay. Alright, so this is going to be the first official episode of the Dark Souls Let's Play. We have the armor, which is what I was mostly wanting to do. So in the next episode, we're going to do some more introduction stuff, as well as do our first official boss, which is going to be the Bell Gargoyle, considering where we're at. So thank you so much for watching. See you in the next episode.